Hello, hi. Okay, my name is Amelia Shapinam Zainal. Okay, today I would like to present. I would like to present my individual assignment, which is human resource management in public sector. The topic we are going to pick today is human capital retention. Okay. Okay, I would like to share my slide. Okay. I would like to share my slide here. Okay, so today we're gonna pick a human capital retention presented by me. Okay, this is the contents. Okay, first is introduction. For introduction, the global pandemic has changed. Okay, how we work, where we work, and how we communicate. Okay, companies are maintaining home office teams are offering hybrid home and office work schedules. While some of these measures may be temporary, there's a growing consensus that this experience will forever transform how we conduct business in our digital age. Okay, simultaneously, it's crucial to keep employees happy, healthy, and productive throughout this crisis and beyond. Prospective employees may scrutinize how companies showed their valued employees during difficult times. Um, were employees empowered, given flexibility, and treated fairly? Did your company connect and communicate effectively with them or leave them feeling isolated? Okay, today, I would like to explain in details, about employee retention. Okay, this is my content. This is my content. Okay, production, and then we already explained. Okay, employee retention refers to the various policies and practices which let the employee stick to an organization for a longer period of time. Every organization invests time and money to groom new joinee, make him a corporate ready material, and bring him at par with the existing employees. The organization is completely at loss when the employees leave their job once they are fully trained. Employee retention takes into account the various measures taken so that an individual stays in an organization for the maximum period of time. Okay. Okay, next we move to the other slide. Okay, I already made the introduction. So this is the 5 factors leading contributors to job satisfaction. Okay, the first one is respectful treatment of all employees at all levels. Okay, for the second one is compensation or pay. The number 3 is trust between employees and senior management. Number 4 is job security. And number 5 is opportunities to use their skills and abilities at work. Okay. Okay. Next slide. We're going to explain what is turnover. So turnover is a retention, or turnover was the top workforce management challenge cited by 47% of HR professionals in the SHRM or Global Force Survey. Turnover cost can have a significant negative impact on a company's performance. Okay, and then a critical issue that organization face is how to retain the employees they want to keep. Companies must anticipate impending shortage of overall talent as well as a shortfall of employees with the specialized competencies needed to stay ahead of the competition. Employers that systematically manage employee retention, both in good times and in bad, will stand a greater chance of weathering such shortages. Okay, retention or turnover was the top workforce, as mentioned earlier. Okay, key reasons a focus on reducing turnover makes sense. Okay, turnover is costly. Unwanted turnover affects the performance um, of an organization. As the availability of skilled employees continues to decrease, it may become increasingly difficult to retain sought after employees. Okay, turnover costs can have a significant negative impact on a company's performance. However, not all turnover is harmful. For example, a new replacement hire may turn out to be more productive or more skilled than his or her predecessor. Okay, of course, sometimes turnover is inevitable. Organization must be prepared to lose star talent, especially if they have the opportunity to move into their dream job. It's difficult when we lose someone who's a rock star. Okay, but that's one of the things you have to be prepared for, especially in the IT industries. It's so competitive, but it's also healthy. You don't want someone who doesn't want to be there anymore. Another important thing to remember about retention, if you are doing it right, your customer will see it too. And the benefit, that enthusiasms, that excitement, that investment comes through in every interaction, and customers will want to do more business with companies like that. Okay, now we move to the next slide. Okay, which is why employees leave. Okay, I have 4 points here. That is employee dissatisfaction. Okay, number 2 is better alternative. Okay, a plan change and a negative experience. Okay, and then we also have why employees stay points. Okay, the first one is offering financial incentive. The number 2 is offer flexible work opportunities. The number 3 is recognition. Okay. Number 4 is the opportunity. The number 5 is offering a competitive benefit package. And the number 6 is trust in leadership. Okay. Our next slide is employee retention program. Okay. The first one is workplace culture. The number 2 is involvement. Okay. The third one is orientation, learning, and reward. Okay. Employee retention program can help you hang on to your most valuable asset, your star performers. By implementing even basic employee retention programs, you can become a destination for great employees rather than a stepping stone to the next job. Yeah. And then have the next slide, which is we have employee retention strategies. Okay, now, okay, let us stop first. Wait, wait. Okay. Okay, for the next slide, we have employee retention strategies. Okay, for an for an organization to do well and earn profit, it is essential that the high potential employees stick to it for a longer duration and contributes effectively. The employees who spend a considerable amount of time tend to be loyal and committed towards the management and always decide in favor of the organization. When you meet someone, there is hardly any attachment in the beginning, but as the friendship matures, a sense of loyalty and trust develops. In the same way, when an individual spends a good amount of time in an organization, he gets emotionally bonded to it and strive hard for furthering the brand image of the organization. Okay, the management can completely put a full stop on the process of employees quitting their job but can control it to a large extent. Okay, let us go through some strategies to retain an individual. Okay, the first one, we have the responsibility must be delegate according to the individual's specialization and interest. Okay, and the second one, constant disputes among employees encourage them to go for a change. Okay, conflict must be avoided to maintain the decorum of the place and avoid spreading negativity around. Promote activities which brings the employees closer. Organize outdoor picnics, informal get together for the employees to know each other better and strengthen the bond among them. Okay. And then the third one, we have the human resource department must ensure that it is hiring the right candidate. Okay, frustration crops up whenever there is a mismatch. A finance professional is if is hired for a marketing profile would definitely end up being frustrated and look for a change. The right candidate must be hired for the right profile. While recruiting a new candidate, one should also check his track record. An individual who has changed his previous job frequently would also not stick to the present one and thus should not be hired. Okay, the fourth one we have employee recognition is one of the most important factors which go a long way in retaining employees. Okay, we move to the other slide. Okay. Now we have moved to the role of HR in employee retention. Okay, whenever an employee resigns from his current assignment, it is the responsibility of the HR, human resource, to intervene immediately to find out the reasons which prompted the employee to resign. Okay, it is the duty of the HR to sit with the employee and discuss the various issues face to face, and then try to provide a solution to his problem. The HR person must ensure that he is recruiting the right employee who actually fits into the role. Okay, we have role of the team leaders and supervisors in employees retention. The first one, we have the team members must be assigned responsibilities as per their specialization, qualification, interest, as well as experience. And overburdened worker never finds his job interesting and will always be eager for a change. The fourth one, we have rules and regulations should be same for everyone. Rule number 4 is one should never fear his boss. Okay. Okay, I listed 4 challenges in employee retention, which is monetary dissatisfaction is one of the major reasons for an employee to look for a change. And number 2, we have a no dearth of opportunities. Stopping people to look for a change is a big challenge. And number 4, we have individuals speak all kind of lies during interviews to get a job. Yeah. And then number 4, we have some individuals have a tendency to get bored in a short span of time. And then the next slide, we have how to retain the best employee. Okay. We have a few steps to avoid talent drain. Okay. The first one, we have work should never become monotonous and must offer a new learning each day. Okay, every individual should enjoy privacy at the workplace. Okay, then the seniors must be reachable to the subordinates in case of queries. Okay, every employee should be treated as one irrespective of his designation. And then lastly, we have the management must formulate employee-friendly policies. Okay, this is my last slide. Okay, which is qualities in an organization for a better employee retention. Okay, number 1, we have a monetary satisfaction. It's one of the major reasons as to why an employee sticks to an organization for a longer duration. Okay, Next, we have an organization must have a simple hierarchy, and the functional areas for each team should be well defined. Number three, we have a freedom of expression is of utmost importance at the workplace to retain employees. Okay, next we have the organization must encourage employees to celebrate major festivals at the office premises itself. And then lastly, we have it is important for the organization to have stringent policies for non-performing employees. Okay, the workplace should be free from all sorts of disputes, nasty politics, and controversies, and learn games which go a long way in demotivating an employee and prompting him to look for a change. Healthy competition is essential in the workplace to encourage the employees to perform up to the mark every time. In an increasingly globalized economy, retention of quality employees is a global issue. Increases in cultural differences within the workforce raise critical issues for employers. Employee retention efforts have proved very difficult to implement in some parts of the world due to differing expectations for pay, work assignment, benefits, and the like. If a company is a global in scope or simply has a highly diverse employee population, both cultural and national differences must be taken into account at the outset of the development of any new HR-related program, including employee retention strategies. Employees on foreign assignment face a number of issues that domestic employees do not, and the retention of international assignees poses a significant challenge to employers. Poor repatriation planning by employers is often cited as a cause of high turnover of employees returning from foreign assignments. Employers must make efforts to keep in touch with the expatriates to minimize employees' feelings of isolation and disconnectedness from the home organization. In addition, reverse culture shock can be an unexpected aspect of a repatriation. Often, returning expats need a crash course on how to live in their homeland again, and employer support is critical for their retention. That's all for me. Thank you so much for listening.